again, I'm back. I'm just going to close this door a little bit. We have got what we needed in terms of the extra pieces for the shelf to go on the wall. There's a buzzing noise, and I don't know why, but there's a slight buzzing noise. I think we turned it. Yeah, I thought I eliminated it, but we did not. You hear the high pitched buzz? Not sure where it's coming from. I don't think it's these. Huh. I never can find out from whence it comes. It's probably a combination of things. Man. Oh. It's not overpoweringly bad, but I can hear it. Anyway, let's continue. What I'm going to do is try and get my shelf installed, because I bought all of this stuff. Look at that. See? See it all? Brackets, screws, bits and pieces, more screws, more brackets, whole lot of stuff. Look at that. Look at it all. Yes. Alright, let's work out how we're going to do this. So, first of all, let's see if we can get any live electrical cables identified, because I don't want to get electrocuted tonight on my own in the shack. Comes up with a big red over there. Comes up with a big red there. Flashing 100 times there. Why is it flashing? And now it's... What? Oh, how ridiculous. It just comes up with red straight away. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, you... Oh, ridiculous. Everywhere I go, there's red. How can it be? Red there is... What? That's impossible. Oh man, now I'm just trying it randomly to see if it works anywhere. See, it doesn't work. Well, it's identifying things for me there. What? This is crazy. So I'll just have it down. Now it goes red. That means all around here there's live electricity. There is not. So annoying. Why can't it tell the truth? It's not even... Like it's not a lie detector, but it's picking up lies. Lies, I tell you. Alright, I'm just going to drill holes in here. Ridiculous. Spent $50 on these things to try and help me understand where electrical problems may be, and also where, what do you call it? Things are, you know, noggins and God knows what else. Alright, so the, why is someone calling me? Look at this. Jennifer, I'm not disturbed. Hang on a sec, it's important. It's my daughter Poppy. Let's just have a quick look. Here's dinner. What? Someone has to feed Alfie his dinner. You give him half a scoop of his food and no human food. Ah! Sure. We'll do that later. Alfie's a dog, just in case you didn't know. Let's get that happening again. Where's it gone? Why is it blank? Oh, there we go. Oh man, do I have the... That's probably why the volume is doing that crazy noise. Is that somewhat visible now? Kind of. Can you see my hand? Yes, you can. Can you see that thing going on the wall? Oh, you can. Cool. Alright, so that's got to go there and there. So what I'll do is I'll get my little pencil, and I'll put a mark on the wall. I'll get my spirit level out as well. Do some spiriting. Where's my pencil born? There it is. Beautiful. Okay. So, here's the plan, Stan. It's got to go about there. I'm going to make it level. So we'll put one little screw thing in. I've got to put it right in the middle there. So we'll go, how many? I've got 4. No, it looks like more than 4. Is it 4? Yeah, 4. 4. So I'm going to put it in the corners. I'll put one there. I've got pedals to go on the board, so I'll put one there. I'm gonna get the Ryobi drill. Whew. With a Phillips head tip and a battery, of course, because it won't spin without a battery. Remember, I've got another light there. Some more light on the subject. Alright, so we do the Ryobi drill. The brushless, this is an oldie but a goldie. So, I believe we've got self-tapping, self-drilling, self-everything plugs. So I'm going to use my vacuum cleaner later on to tidy up all the mess that I'm going to make. Inevitably, dutifully, okay, it's very sharp. So these little plugs here, that thing, it's got a tip on it, and it'll go drilling in the wall, and then that will just, whoa! That will, the worm screw, that'll go into the gyprock and hold it all in place. So what we do is we plug one in there. I've got it on drill speed of 1, because I don't want high speed. That's pretty good. So go to the hole and then squeezes into the gyprock, and then I can grab this, grab one of the screws, which is silver in colour, sharp in nature, Phillips head in application. Why do they put in plastic bags that we can't get things out? Have you noticed that I complain a lot lately? Alright, let's put that there. Gonna put arrows facing upwards. Little tiny screw in the hole. Out of reach. Not terribly tight, just like that. And we get a pencil in one hand. The big dog accuracy plus thingo. Spirit level, like that. Press it up against the wall. Colour in a circle. Make it go. Great angles. Go for it. Oh, it's pulled off the wall then. You make it go for a middle ground in there. And then put it in the middle. Spike it. fresher colouring in. Oh my god, I've got 4 different types. Why the hell? 3 of each. 3 really long ones. Why is it? What? That's weird. I've got 3. Who knows? Alright. That's it. We'll go that one there. That really does not look. That actually does not even look level. Is it level? Saying it's mostly level. That's not even level. I think. That's reasonably firm. It's mostly level. Not in. Oh God. It's mostly level. It's level enough. I get a little bit too impatient sometimes. And then, yeah, it's level. It's fine. You can test it. It's not exactly level. It's fine. It'll be fine. Of course, now, you know what I've done? I've got to undo it so I can put the other 2 plugs in. Bloody idiot. I've noticed that as I'm getting older, I'm not thinking as well as I used to. Let's just undo that one. Put the other 2 in place. Yeah, brilliant. You strange little man. Look what I've done. Now it is. You see, when you undo it when it's too tight. Alright, pair of pliers. Hold that screw. Hold the thing in the back in place. And then unscrew it. Oh my god. I'm not so sure this is going to work out very well. Alright, put my hand. You see it's. Oh god. Yeah, made a mess. I've made a mess, I think. Yeah, bodgy thing. Too impatient. Alright, I'm going to put the smaller screw in there. Damn it. But yeah, I've got these ones here. I wonder if I can get a big one in there rather than a small one. Take that one out. Put this one in. better. Better result. Now let's put a few of these things in there. What's going in there? Okay, that's good. Got another one over here. Right over the hole, which is awesome. That's pretty solid, I've got to tell you. Let's use the little screw here for this one. That one's bodged up, but anyway, got the idea. So there's 4 in place. Oh gosh, I think it's because as you get older, your body doesn't get any more flexible. I've got to do stretching exercises and stuff like that so I can stay flexible. Because right now, my back is sore. It's not killing me, but it's certainly not like when I was 18. I remember that. Okay, so that's now a lot leveler. In fact, it's spot on level. That means now I can put 2 screws. Those are way too long. There's 2 screws that go in there in the base of that to hold it in place. But having said that, I'm also going to put in these brackets. Can you even see my brackets? Look at that. Oh my god. Brackets here. So the idea is they'll go on the wall like so. Floating wall. It'll hold a good bit of weight. But I'm going to put these on there just to make sure. I'm not going to screw these in the bottom. They're going to be basically screwed into the wall either side. So what we'll do, we'll have one. From where the A is. So there and there. And we'll get another one from where the A is. And this one where the A is. Yeah. We're going to go there and there. So 4 more of those, thank you very much. There's 1, 2, 3, and we use that 4th one. Fine. Alright, so drill. Oh god, that broke. Why did that break like that? Put that in out. Now let's take this one in and out. these two. Perfection. Don't lose that, whatever you do. That one there. We'll bring that clutch down. And then we'll do another one. Here. Do you like the job so far? Would you hire me to do this in your place? I'm not sure I'd hire me. Got one there and one there. We're good to go. Look at that little lady. Okay. Best of those two there. Here we go now. Get the final lot. Good. Okay, I've got to get two little tiny screws to go in there and there, which they didn't give me, which is really interesting because how am I going to screw those in without screws? Oh, I know, I'll use these. I bought these earlier because I thought, you know what, I bet they're not there, and they weren't, so I thought, while I'm in Bunnings, I'll go and I'll buy these two little screws, and wouldn't you know it, they're perfect for what we need to be done here. And rather than use the big old drill, I'm going to use my hand screwdriver, and just screw that in there, because it doesn't have to be tight, so it's got to hold it in place. Like so. And one more over here. So that'll hold the shelf to the supports in the wall, and so it can't slide, it can't come out. However, what needs to happen next? Just got to do two more little screws from the bottom. They're self-tappers, so I'll just do two little screws in from the bottom to make sure it doesn't wriggle around, because at the moment it moves up and down. I don't want it to do that. I want it to be stationary like. So we'll use the self-tapping screws to start it there, finish it here. The countersunk, so goes flush. And there we have it. Solid as a rock. So now I can put my JHS pedal, I can put my distortion pedal, so I can get it off the ground now so I get dusty-ish. I'm going to dust it, that's all. Alright, so we've got JHS, and we have, I can even take the cables out now, pedals, and see I've got these holes, so I can put my cables on the top here. Oh, the fuzz pedal, that is an awesome pedal, by the way, this fuzz pedal. Very nice. Then, what else have I got? Oh God, is that it? Just three? Really? That's what I made the shelf for? Three? Oh God. You see, I do like, I haven't done any of this in a while. digital delay is so much fun. Tremolo is just a basic tremolo, but the basic things in life I've discovered is where a lot of the fun is. So, yeah. Oh, this is great. This is from Mua, Chinese brand, but you can't. Metal. It's not plastic, it's metal. It is fantastic. What I might do, I can have those over there. And that's, I think that's a phaser. This is my flanger from Mua. It's called the E-Lady Micro Series Compact Pedal. It's got a 9-volt power supply, which is compatible with the 9-volt power supply from Boss pedals. So I don't need extra pedal power supplies or anything like that. This is grossly underrated, and it is one of the best pedals. It's a graphic equalizer, a 7-band graphic equalizer from Boss with a signal boost or signal cut. It'll boost at 20 dB. It's so good. So when you've got something which is not quite as loud as you'd like, you can basically plug that in. So what I might do is stagger it like that a bit. What do you think? And then this thing here, this is from Mua as well. It's the equivalent of the Boss BD1, the Blues Driver. It is so good. This is one of my favorite pedals, and it's so favorite that I'm gonna actually put it like that. So that, no, how do we do this? Oh, well, that's to go like that. Anyway, that's really good pedal. It's actually a really great. I like how these things become dual function. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Like this one here is a made up volume control cable. It's got a TRS female, TRS male to a TRS, might even be mono tip. I don't know. So it goes from the TRS and splits the left and right into the red and the black. And then, yeah, you can control things using that where it's not intended. It's a make-up cable. This is a TRS to TRS. That's very useful. You use that for volume pedals and all kinds of knickknacks. I'll go there. And now we've freed up a lot of space on the ground to the point where I could probably move all of this over, and it's made better use of the ground. The pedals that I use most often. Oh my god. Okay. So I probably don't need to have all of these connected into yet another pedal board compendium power supply edition extra expansion. What I could do now is basically unplug all of the power jacks that are in there, and instead use the one that I've got already in place, so they can go. There's a daisy chain power supply. That over there as well. And now I've got my Valton GP5 with the M-Wave Chocolate Plus, which is used to control the Valton GP5 multi-effects unit. There. Doesn't need a power supply because the power is going to come from USB-C through this M-Wave, which has got an internal battery in it. See, if I turn it on, look at that, it's got power for 12 hours. There's a battery in there that will last 12 hours. And it also powers that when the USB is turned on over there. If I unplug that, does it? No, it doesn't power. Alright, so it's, oh, that's USB off host. unit with six because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 together. And then of course you've got to have the looping pedal capabilities. So with the looping pedal, I basically have 6 buttons here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 from the iRig Blue board, and then 5, 6 for the AB. So this is going through that wirelessly to do a wireless MIDI into that, controlling it with these 4 buttons. So I think I've got track up, track down, variation, and tap tempo. And then rhythm, stop start, so drums, and stop start recording, so record, play, overdub. And if I press that and hold it, I think it stops. No, it undoes. This is the stop. So if I do it once, it'll do a silent, no, a subdued, no, a delayed, a fading, fade out stop. If I do it twice, it'll stop immediately. So that's why that's there. This communicates to that via that. So this Bluetooth, MIDI Bluetooth, goes into a MIDI input in the back of the RC5. And that's the switch which goes into this input here for, like I said before, drums on, off, record, play, overdub, stop. And this does track up, track down, bank up, bank down, and then if I choose this, press E, it does a bank up on this, and this does a bank down. So I've got 8 banks of 4 switching programs I can use on this. This does have bank up, bank down, but I'm not in the mode that I've got it, so these become just 4 stationary static buttons. That's it. Unless I change this and bypass all of that to go to the iPad, I can then hold the button down while I turn it on to make it in another mode, which then does page up, page down for 99 banks. So it's got more than that, but in this mode I've only got 4 because it needs to talk to that to get to that. Oh, it's weird because this one is Bluetooth wireless and USB wired, so it's more versatile than this one. But this has got an accompanying app which goes straight into Tonex or Amplitude and other things, so it's much more flexible. But this one's got better controls. It's a little bit of a investigative thing that I had to go through. Alright, so basically what I'm saying is I can now plug this for power over there. So I'm going to rearrange how the power is used in here. Pull those around this side, because in there I've got lots of spare lead I can do. Oh god, I can do that. Put it over. Under that. There. Over there. That's now on this side. Perfect. Put the cover back on. Beautiful. Make it pretty. Put that on top. For our lights. Push that back there. Now I've got the power over this side. I can reach. Because that needs power. And this needs power. This needs power. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. They're just spares now. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So in theory, I'll go there. I'll go there. Turn this on. We pull the plug in there. There we have it. And then I can flip that on. Turn this onto hub, and then there it is. It's ready to rock and roll, baby. Yeah, that's apparently playing now. And, that's it. Yeah, beautiful. It's off. I'll play this in a second anyway. It's off. That's off. That's off. Oh! And we're back to, let's see what we've got. In effect, we've got a multi-effects unit here which does that just out of, what's the word? Just out of a need for talking loudly at people. I'm trying to break that habit, by the way, but man, it's hard. I think as you get older, you just want to, you demand people listen to you, and you become this boring old fart. That's what I'm turning into, boring old fart. So I forgot to mention, the volume pedal also goes into the M-Wave Chocolate Plus. I'm hoping you can see this. You probably can't see it. Let's do this so you can see what I'm talking about properly. Right, so M-Wave, it's actually M-Wave. See on the back? It doesn't actually say. It's Chocolate Plus. Wireless MIDI controller. Anyway, it's an M-Wave, M-VAVE, which is the manufacturer. And it's weird. There's a supplier that I got that from on Amazon, which is like $40 cheaper than the one that I was going to go with, which was from M-Wave. There's nothing wrong with this. This works perfectly fine. It was $64. The other one was $106. So I bought this, of course. Anyway, so I'll put a link so you can get one if you want it. Because it turns this into a machine, like really, really good. So this multi-effects unit, this Valton GP5, that's got pretty much all of those pedals and more built in. So these are all kind of redundant. The reason I've got the analog real, or some of the digital, anyway, the reason I've got real pedals is because eventually this will not work. One day, Valton will stop producing the app which runs on my iPhone. It runs on Android as well, and Mac and Windows. But one day they're going to go out of business, and we won't be able to control and set up this the way that we'd like. It'll just sit there with its configuration as you have left it since the last time your phone worked with it, which will be sometime in the future, 5-6 years down the track. But eventually, the iPhone will not be able to control that anymore, and it will basically be frozen in time. And that's why I got these, because these I can configure and do what I want, and nothing is going to digitally stop these from working because they're not digital. None of these have got USB interface. If they've got a USB interface at all, it's so you can update firmware. That's it. So once the firmware is updated on these, and again these might go out of support as well. It doesn't matter because I like the sound on them already now, and there's nothing more that I want these to do. So these will be forever with me, and I will not be selling them or replacing them or throwing them out for things like this. This is really good fun, but it is so temporary because these are coming down in price all the time. This was $124 when it Australian when it first came out. I can get it now for $80 about 3 months after it was released. That's how quickly these things depreciate. But it is really, 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 really good. It is really good. It's not just good, it's really good. What's happening though is they're making more and more and more of these, smaller and smaller and smaller, and less expensive. So it's only going to get better and better and better over time anyway. So my point is, I'm tired of spending money on subscriptions and buying these things and seeing them become obsolete and you can't use them anymore, and then you've got to get another one. I don't want to get another one. That'll be the one I keep. And if I need something else, I'll just buy a pedal for it to do it. Because I can configure, I can download a whole lot of stuff between now and when this becomes defunct. This does NAM, it does IR. NAM and IR basically are software fixes for cabinets, amps, all kinds of pedals, anything that you want to have a guitar or bass or keyboard sound modified. You can download software to make it emulate whatever it is you want. And I've got pretty much everything I want downloaded on that already, but there might be a few things coming in the future. So I'll just download it, configure it, keep it, and then store it forever and ever until it stops working, and then I'll just go back to these when I need it. Or if I want this now because it sounds different or it's easier to move or whatever, I'll just use these. But this is so good for practicing guitar with. It's like having a band in your pocket. You pull out this, record a track from whatever you want from the Korg. I can record from the Korg into that, and then use that as a backing track to play guitar over the This is like a little band that you can control and say, no, I want it faster, slower, this drum beat, that instrument, make it sound like this. I'm controlling that. So you can too. It's really, really, really good. It is the cheapest way, the best way to become a really good musician with the ability to play in time with other instruments. To be able to do that is a skill, and it's hard to get that because a lot of people don't go to church anymore, which is where I learned the basics of playing along with other musicians. And if you don't have that exposure, you don't have that facility, then all you've got left is something like that looping pedal to get that experience to play along with other musicians. That's really good. All right, I've done my shelf. Look at that. That looks a little bit neater. Yes, the cables down below is a bit odd, but anyway, that's fine. There's a tiny bit of tidy up to do there. Overall, I didn't make too much of a mess. I drilled all the holes that I needed. I didn't get electrocuted. I didn't break anything, and I got no missed. What's the word? I didn't put any holes that I didn't need in the wall, so that's good. I would not hire me to do this if I were you, but I'm happy to do my own work around the shack, make a mess and make it work the way that I want it to. That looks so much better. Yeah, alright, it just goes to show how little you actually need to make life easier with making music. So I can control the volume of the guitar, or the guitar, because it's going to go through all of that. That's the volume for the guitar basically. And then independently, separately with the RC5, I've got the capability with that one little knob there to control the volume of the loop, and then I can control independently the volume of the drums being used in the looping pedal. So I've got a mixer in effect to mix the volume of the looped song, if you want to call it that, or backing music, and to control the volume of the drums so that I can mix that a bit better. Because I was having no end of trouble getting the loop and the drum levels into the mixer, and then setting the levels of those two voices or channels into the mixer to then control and blend in the guitar, which I used to go directly into the mixer with. Now I'm going through the GP5. It goes through the same chain, but it's got its own volume level as well. So that mixed with those two mixes goes into the one channel now, into that via this channel 5. Via this channel 10. Yeah, that one, 9 and 10. 9 probably because it's left channel, channel 9. That's a stereo channel controlled by that knob there. So I just pan left if I want to control channel 9, pan right for channel 10, so left and right that way. Yeah, so I was trying to control the volumes of all those three things with this one knob at one point, but I've worked out now I can control the volume of the GP5 and the two tracks on the RC5 drums and the loop independently of each other. So there's three channels basically. I can't stretch my fingers properly. Three channels there, two on the red, one on the grey, going through the one lead, that lead right there, and that goes there into channel 9 here. Lovely. So yeah, I've got more flexibility, which is great. So now I want to go and do a little bit of practice. So I'm going to practice triads. So I'm going to do a live on my. I don't know how to do that. I might do a live here on this channel, doing that. Save it to the Rodecaster hard drive there, and then upload that to the Music Guide, my other YouTube channel, and put it up there. Yeah. So I know I just finished dinner, so I want to brush my teeth and have a little tea and lie down and a bit of a rest, because I've used a lot of my brain power there to make that level. Remember how it wasn't level? Now it's level, because I needed to adjust it a little bit. Yeah. So my brain is overexposed, And now I want to recuperate because I'm needing it. Yeah. All right. On that note, I'll say goodbye. I'll see you in a little bit. That's glitching big time. Look at that. I don't think you can actually see. You couldn't probably see me over there. See how it's not coming up? It's supposed to be the picture there on the right hand side.